You are now listening to Ride With Me, the FTA Podcast.
Welcome to Ride With Me, episode 47. Today is April 17, 2021. Today is the 1 year podcast anniversary.
Woohoo, yeah. And we're live, people.
Roger will love you for that one. This man needs no introduction. He's been here multiple times.
I think I'm Officer Ricky status now.
You're Officer Ricky status? Four times.
I think it is. 4 times, yeah.
I still haven't got you guys' trophies, COVID and bullshit. They're not making trophies that much.
Yeah, so I think we should, me and Ricky are in the elite class 4 times. I think it's followed by Ayala twice. Ricky.
Roger's been on 3 times.
Oh, okay. Then it goes Roger.
Ish has been twice. Evan's been on twice.
Yeah.
Haven't got Forrest on once. Fucking guy.
Okay.
He's vegan, so that explains it all.
Yeah.
And there's still a bunch of people that
apparently you're vegan, dude. So
not full time. I had carne asada yesterday, bro.
All right. Well, apparently, you were bragging to me about this vegan diet. I'm like, I always call you out on it, like you're not vegan.
But how does the new setup look now? We've gone from a little tiny table in the corner to. Yeah, this is the first time you see this?
Yeah, it's the first time I see this. Shrine to.
Watch your words.
I don't know, man, but the cowgirls, the shrine to the cowgirls.
I come and pray every night. Hopefully they'll win the Super Bowl soon.
No, you guys ain't gonna win. But what makes it more sour is because my son was a Tennessee Titan fan. He was a Houston Oilers fan with me, but when we started losing and we started, and where we lived at in Oxnard was right across the street from Cowboy Camp. So I told him, you're allowed one time in your life to change teams. And what does he do? Becomes a Cowboy fan.
I was about to have that same speech with my boys because they said that if the Chiefs beat Tom Brady, then they don't even say the Bucks. They say if the Chiefs beat Tom Brady, we're going to be Chiefs fans. And I was literally about to have that same speech that you had with your son. I had it all planned out for like a month, okay, or no, whatever, 2 weeks, and okay, I'm gonna tell him like this. You get one chance, one opportunity. Fucking Eminem song right there, bro.
Hey, what you over here being Stan, bro? Writing the letter.
And I'm okay, guys. So sit down, and they sit down. Okay, about this Chiefs thing. Before I can give my 2-week speech, bro, Dad, we were just fucking with you. Like, you dicks. We're Cowboy fans. So I'm like, oh, fuck.
Damn. You can't beat the GOAT, man.
No, you can't. No.
Beat the
That's
GOAT.
it. He's not retiring. He's playing another season. Everybody, yeah, you're right. The Cowboys aren't winning Super Bowl this year.
The Cowboys ain't winning a Super Bowl ever, dude. Especially with that quarterback.
Ouch!
That
easy.
It's not even worth the money, man.
Easy. Leave my boy alone. Look at I have the newspaper cut out there in the front where he first became a Cowboy. Man, that magazine's gonna be worth some money later on.
Well, I still got the news flash when Tony Romo was crying on the yard line for fumbling the damn field goal.
This is a reminder of why you don't come on here very often.
Yes. I talk a lot of shit.
You do. No, I'm playing. But no, you're the first person that's been in a new setup. I mean, little by little, like I said, I went from one corner to there to here, and now this. My wife actually meant to buy this entertainment center thing for the living room. And then last minute changed their mind. I'm like, nope. I'm like, okay, then I'm going to use it. And then just came over here to this side and started I was able to take out all my stuff out that's been sitting in a box for like 3 years.
I bet you're all giddy and all
Fuck
happy.
Yeah.
You're like,
Fuck yeah.
Let me map it out.
Fuck yeah. No, yep. Oh yeah.
And we're going to be, but it's good setup. We got couches now.
Oh yeah. Even though Chris says it's a fucking gay bar. No offense to anybody, but that's just what he said.
Well, no, it's also a Brazzers Bang Bros set too as well.
Bang Bros. Got the speaker you hooked me up with right there.
That's nice, dude. I was telling you, I recognize that speaker.
I use anything that people give me. I don't just let it sit there. Freaking, my kid. I let my kid connect to that, and we were outside cleaning the weeds and shit, and he was just jamming to that thing.
Yeah.
The wife's like, "Hey, how do I connect to the speaker?" And like hours later, I'm like, babe, it's not Bluetooth.
Yeah.
She was, what? I'm like, it's not Bluetooth, but you got to walk it over there to my desk and you have to connect it to this cable that's sticking out.
Yeah.
Oh, you can use a little one if you want. so I gave her the smaller little tailgate speaker that we've had for like 4 years. Pretty good speaker. I like it. I've replaced the battery once already.
You know what? I like this. I like these speakers, but I have some that are Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So every Saturday morning or Sunday morning, when my neighbors are actually finally asleep, my other neighbor laughs and loves what I do. Is because Friday, Saturday nights, what do I hear all night long till probably like 4 in the morning? Spanish music. Bandas. Corridos. I don't know. It's chante songs. People drinking. So what I do is I set up my speakers, put on my music, and it's either heavy metal, classic rock, or Joe Rogan podcast loud.
There you go. I wish you would have said like the Flat Tire Andy podcast, but whatever. Joe Rogan.
I listen to you on my bike rides.
No, bro, you are the first one, literally the first one to listen to the podcast. I uploaded it and within like 30 minutes later, it already has an upload. 10 minutes later, you already texted me bullshit. I'm like, this guy heard it.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to Saturdays because I'm usually up early on Saturdays, but I know about 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning, the new podcast is up. So I'm always listening. Right.
Dude, last week, I think I posted like at 3:30. I woke up early last week.
And you were already texting me like, hey, dude.
Share it with your friends.
I do, man. I get it out there, and people like it. People enjoy it, man. I'm very proud. I know last year when you started doing this, I think it was me, Lee, and a few other people were kind of very critics, giving our honest opinion about it. But just happy to see where you've come from.
I mean, fuck, a year of doing this already? Yeah. It hit already. It's like a year. Well, the first episode was uploaded on April 19, 2020. What's 2 more days from now? Or, fuck it.
How was your triggers with all this?
Triggers?
Yeah.
You know what? That episode where I finally opened up about I don't like to talk about mental, like, it's a mental issue. And I think I've caught myself to be like, okay, example. Last week, money is one of the biggest triggers of mine. I don't think I touched on money.
Okay.
But money is one of the biggest issues that I have. Can I afford a trip to Disneyland? Yes, I can. Can I afford a wedding that we're gonna go to this year? Can I afford renting a cabin? Yes, I can. But at the moment when my wife brings up anything involving money, I freak out. And I lose my cool. I get it. And I came to the understanding that when I lose my shit, I'm just showing my kids a different person.
Yeah.
So that pisses me off even more. And I actually last week I actually sent my wife an email because I just like when I can't communicate and I can't think straight and I'm just pissed off. I snapped at the lady at the dentist too.
Yeah. Because
she was insisting that my kid get braces. I'm like, you're telling me that I have to blow $4,000 again right now? I'm still paying for this other guy. And she even went and fucking ran a credit score so I can get a credit card. I'm like, lady, I already have that. What? See,
yeah.
When I came to the conclusion that, okay, paying it through this credit card and my monthly payments are only going to be $28, then okay, that's not a problem. But at the moment, like I told my wife, if I don't see the bills, the spreadsheet that I make once every 3-4 months, if I'm not looking at that and you're just throwing money, spending ideas in my face, then I freak out.
Yeah.
Then I freak out.
You kind of remind me of you don't kind of. You do remind me of my woman. She has to physically see it in order for her to comprehend it. Me, on the other hand, I don't stress money. I never stress money. It comes and goes.
It does. You're right. It does comes and goes. But the bills need to get paid first.
Yeah, the bills need to get paid first.
So, but me and that's what, like I said, not spending money. I can't say spending money as a trigger is it's not having it planned out first. Example, look to your right. I bought that without even thinking about it. I went and, babe, you need a better laptop. Boom. Just didn't even think about it. Went and got it. But when it's like, The main point of that trigger is because again, people think I'm bashing my mom. I'm not bashing my mom. It's just priorities weren't straight. Yeah. Rent wasn't a priority. Bills weren't a priority. How many times our power got turned off, or how many times our gas got turned off, or how many times we had to move. I don't know if I said it. I think I said it already, but in the 20 years of me living with her, I think we moved like 50 times.
Yeah.
Half the time we lived in the hotels.
Yeah.
So when the thought of blowing money comes to mind, that's the first thing. That's the first trigger that comes to mind. That is the first thing that comes to mind. It's like, and I don't mean, I get it. Like I told my wife, yes, can we afford all these trips? Yes, we can. No problem. With the blink of an eye, not a problem. You're working now. I'm working. Incentives are getting better. Yeah. I get it. I mean, shit, I bought a podcast equipment. I get it. But at the moment when you're throwing the idea, and it's Paul, it's the one switch of a word.
Yeah.
That changes the entire conversation. So, like I told her, because it started off by saying, what is your budget if we rent? What is your budget for a cabin?
Yeah.
And I lost it. Just the other day you were talking about Disneyland. Now you're talking about a cabin. Are you freaking serious? So then with me is if she's trying to explain herself after I'm already heated or in bed or whatever. Yeah. Then to me, again, I'm not saying she's doing it, but to me, I feel that my wife is making me either tell me what I want to hear or just trying to shut me up. But I know that's not the case. My wife's a saint. I know that's not the case. But at the moment, because my mind is going through fucking 20,000 miles an hour, I don't see it that way. So I wrote an email. Because when my mind is calm, then I write an email. Especially, I'm not going to wake her up at 4 a.m. Hey, this is what you should have said. So I told her, I explained myself, and I said, again, I go based on that episode that it actually did. Yeah. Now I can talk about it. Now I say, babe, because then she told me, when I was all heated and shit, she told me, no, we can split the cabin. So then I told her, babe, if you would have started your statement with, if we split a cabin, what is your budget? Trust me, the outcome would have been different. And then she told me, you're right, babe, you're right, I get it. Because for the past 7 years or 8 years, everything's fallen on your shoulders. You've paid for everything. So I understand why you would, automatically trigger and think like that. And like I said, I was actually talking to a friend last week, and I was talking. She's like, hey, she hit me up out of the blue, and she said she heard an Avril Lavigne song, and she thought of me. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, those are college days. And she, how's she got married? How's married life? She same thing. Asked the question, and my point of that is, like I told her, if my wife and I didn't take therapy, marriage counseling before we got married, she wouldn't understand what triggers were. Yeah. And she wouldn't have the patience that she has today. She's a saint, bro. Yeah. To put up with they told her, dude. 2 counselors told her, run. What are you doing in this family? Leave. She didn't know what drama was, bro. She didn't know what drama was until she always saw, couples married in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and she didn't know about court system. She didn't know about this. She didn't know about that. She didn't know about drama. Yeah, until she met us. Yeah, and they told her run. And no, dude, she goes, you can't help who you fall in love with. And I was like, and same thing with the other counselor. She's okay. Our marriage counselor told her, if you're going to marry this man, you're going to need to have a lot of patience, because he has a shitload of triggers. Now, he didn't say it like that, but that's what he meant to say. This guy has a shitload of triggers, and everything sets him off. He doesn't mean it, but it sets him off. And that was like my point to the wife at the end of the email. I told her, babe, I don't want to be losing my cool in front of my kids anymore. Yeah. Because they see this asshole, and I'm not trying to be this asshole. They just don't understand what mentally goes through my head. I've inherited this mental fucking illness.
No, but you also could break it.
No, I know, but I think it's a lot easier said than done.
It takes time.
It does, bro. I mean, like I said, 20 years of living with my mom, and then the bullshit that I was put through for another 10 years. So that's already 30 years of bullshit that I cannot manage to eliminate in the last 9.
Man, dude, I didn't know you're that old.
Bro, I'm catching up to you, bro. Catching up to you. Dude, I'll be 39 this year. Shit, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, well, my mom growing up never worked. She never worked. I think it wasn't later until probably when I was like 24, 25, she finally got a job.
That's because you couldn't afford your date nights and shit?
I guess. But
dude, you picked on my Cowboys all the entire morning. I gotta pick on you somehow. I gotta find one of your triggers.
You know what? No. Well, I went through counseling too to figure out my triggers as well, and you know, it always takes a woman to whip you like a wild horse. You know, my woman actually paid. Instead, you know what? If we're gonna be together, we're gonna be together, but you got to work on your shit. Like, I don't want to hear this as an excuse of this is why you're doing it, this is why you're doing this.
That's funny,
because at the end of the day, when I'm gone, you're still gonna be left with an excuse.
Yeah, well, that's funny because my wife told me, like, their family don't believe in that.
Yeah,
in counseling, right? And she's the one in the beginning. You need counseling. You need counseling. So this is already her trying to ensure that we stay together.
Yeah.
It's her telling me, you need counseling. You need to go to counseling, you know, and this is before she understood triggers and shit. But she would always say, you need counseling. And then, like I said, you know, I think I said it already, but we go meet the lawyer for the first time to get custody of the kids.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm reading your email, and you know, the point of you trying to get custody of your kids is because you see this resemblance. You see the same patterns of your kids being raised the same way you were raised. Yes, that's exactly what's going on. She goes, okay, if this email is correct, then you need to go see a counselor. Okay. My wife looked at me like, you fucking ass. I've been asking you for years.
You know what? It always takes that outside perspective, because I started listening to, when I got into my groups, that they were telling me, you know, you need to go. And then finally I started going, and consistently you have to hold yourself accountable and keep going and keep going. There's no such thing as an excuse. But my mom, like I was going back to, she never worked, but I've always seen how fun she always used to live life. We didn't live the best life, you know. She made her money by babysitting the family kids, you know, here and there, and taking care of my grandma. But she always had fun. So I knew never to stress money, and I never stress money. If I have $5 in my hand, we've been homeless. I was homeless by the age of 16 until I was 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
So I really learned how to, like, hey, you know, it is what it is, you know, and I'm not gonna get pissed off about shit and stuff like that. And that taught me the value of $1.
Yeah.
It's never gonna be there. At a blink of an eye, everything can be taken from you. So I've carried on. I've always lived a humble life. Well, I try to live a humble life. I won't say I'm a humble person. Sometimes I could be vindictive.
Yeah, you can be a dick. Especially when you come to my garage and insult my Cowboys.
But it's a Cowboys,
but
dude.
You know what? To your point, you're right. You know, I have made that statement, like, because the person that helped me financially help get custody of the kids. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting back on my feet. This is how much I believe the total is this much. And then through the grapevine, I heard that it wasn't that much. It was more. And I'm like, you know what? I'll slap another $2,000, because to me, it's just fucking money. Money's evil. Money causes problems. You lose friendships over money. It's just fucking money. It comes and goes.
Yeah.
But I still stress out. No, I don't stress out. It's just that when a big expense gets slapped on my lap, I have to ensure that the bills get paid first. That's my thing. This needs to get paid for. So I'm not going to go buy that laptop if I need to pay the water bill.
Yeah.
I know that when I look at that sheet every payday and I start crossing shit off, okay, this got paid, this got paid, this got paid. Boom, everything got paid. I even paid some of the bills for the next 2 weeks. Boom, done. Fuck, I'm left with $300. Cool. Baby, you want a laptop? You want a laptop, babe? Fine, let's go.
That
You know,
would say you're left. You know,
the weekend-
Biden helped you on a lot of stuff.
Bobby Biden did help me with some stuff. Shut the hell up, bro. Just like a baller, say. Now, like the weekend that my daughter came in town, like, you know, she, like, hey, do we need to go to Knott's and walk those shops? No. Let's get out of the house. Boom. I put a budget of $300 to the side. Let's go. When I had that Papa Joe's pizza, fucking amazing pizza.
The Buena Park.
Oh, fuck yeah. Pizza's amazing. Went over there, took her over there, and then she wanted this little bear, bought her a bear, like without thinking about it, bro. Boom, boom. Because I know the budget.
Yeah.
I know that my bills are paid. No, when I don't know, that's when the trigger hits. So
I have everything on auto pay, so when I see my bank statement, I'm like, all right, everything already got paid.
I start now that Papi Biden also helped out with some bills. Yeah, I was able to pay off some of the credit cards where now I can put some of those you know, bills on auto pay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this credit card's auto pay. Boom. I'll never use that credit card on a personal like to go to Walmart or something. No, that card will not be touched. That card is only to auto pay these 3 bills.
Okay.
Next credit card, like for some reason the Edison, I can't put the electric bill. I can't put on auto pay. It needs to be through my bank. No, I don't want to, because that's where everything gets distributed from.
Yeah.
So if I'm off by $1 and it goes negative, now it puts my account negative, then I'm shitting bricks. So that's what I'm saying. It's like there's a madness to my.
There's a method to your madness.
Yeah, exactly.
And it works out.
It's working. It's working.
That's all that matters, man.
So
me, I'm more of like, you know what? It's already been paid. I'm cool. Like, well, I was supposed to be on the podcast probably like 2-3 weeks ago, but you know, I had a random expense come to mind.
Yes, that's right. We were gonna go and set up the podcast at your house and shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have it. So I was gonna have this whole hoopla.
Yeah, you had a whole planned out, dude. You had a little flyer made out and everything.
I made it myself, dude. I was so proud of
nice.
it. I had a video on YouTube, dude, doing it. But one day I was driving to Duarte, and then it was just me. We're at a stoplight. We start moving. Then all of a sudden, the car in front of me, I see the car door open and a dog fly out.
Shit.
But you see the guy reach and close the door and then just drive off while the dog just got hit by the car that was left to me, because it was just really random and super quick and threw it out. And so I stopped. Me and her, the lady, her name is Ellen. We both stopped, and I immediately grabbed the dog. And
you're a big dog lover, dude.
Well, now I'm a big dog lover. Before, I was never a big dog lover until I got my first rescue, and she really helped me out.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I really had like severe anxiety and stuff like that. But she mellowed me out because she had the same issues, because the people we rescued her from didn't tell us the real truth behind her. So she was on a euthanized list because every time people would grab her, she was dog aggressive, but didn't want to take the patience with her and would just give her back.
Yeah.
And so she went through 4 houses.
That's what they told us about Max. Max went through multiple people that didn't want him. Yeah, you guys got to learn. I've had this dog for 3 years already.
Yeah.
You've taught me more about my dog than I have myself in the past 3 years.
Yeah, because I've taken interest in learning about dogs, their anxieties, what they're gonna do. So she mellowed me out. So before her, I was blind to dogs. It is what it is. But to see this happen and we stop, I immediately grab her, and without instincts, I see the lady already pulling down her seats, whatever. But the funny thing is seeing that dog just still smile. Like she was happy that I picked her up.
She was probably happy she fucking owner threw her out.
she was happy, and we took her to I already knew where the animal hospital was at, because given my dog's been in some battles with some wild animals, so I already know where to go. One was around the corner, and I called the lady. I told her who I was, and she remembered me. And she's like, "Yes, bring her." So when we went in there, you know, they're assessing the bills, And the first thing they asked, they're like, well, whose dog is this? We're like, we explained the story, what was going on. And they're like, well, she's microchipped. But we told her, like, this is what happened. And police got involved, and police were like, okay, well, what's going to happen? So if no one was going to be there to cover the expenses, they were just going to put her to sleep. And I was like, that's not fair to her, because I got pissed, and I said, I will fork out the bill. And they looked at me like, but you don't have to. I go, I know I don't have to. I will fork it out.
Yeah.
And then I will take her home. And they were just like, are you sure? And I'm like, I don't care. Just make her happy, fix her, and then I will pay the bill. And people were, because the girl that helped me, she was kind of like, I don't know if I can do that. I was like, no, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And thousands of dollars later, didn't matter to me, because seeing her smile and seeing her happy, I cried, dude. I was like, dude, I can't believe a bastard did this to a dog, because they have a soul. Like they feel you. They feel your energy. They're happy. They're excited. Where I see my first one, Darla, when she gets scared, she runs to me. She stays right by me because she knows I will protect her. And I don't think she's ever had anybody protect her.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with this one. Is the whole reason I did it, took her home. But then I was going to have this big ass party, this big ass party. And I was kind of like, I canceled it because I want her to heal. I want her to relax. I don't want her stressing that that there's so many people, like, who are these? Like, are they going to hurt me? Or are they going to whatever? Because she still has to gain, she doesn't really know me. So she still has to gain my trust. I still got to gain her trust. But now she's super happy with me. Like, she got her cast removed last week because she suffered a fractured skull, fractured paw, her leg got broken, then multiple gashes from, the girl didn't mean to, but because it happened randomly. But she's walking. She took off her cast on Friday. She was walking on Saturday. She's making an amazing recovery, and dude, she sleeps right next to me in bed. And, I don't let her go anywhere, But it's amazing, dude. I was super happy for it, super happy to do it. I just see her how she is with my other dogs, and she's just super excited to be there. And she's happy. Then what sucked about it later was the owner came around and said, like, "Oh,
fuck you."
Yeah, the owner came around because they called.
Oh, she was chipped, right? Yeah, you said that.
Chipped. So they called him and told him, like, hey, we have your dog. Do you know what happened to your dog? And he said, no, she ran away. I reported it, but she ran away, and I was just wondering where she was at, what she was doing. But the whole time, when this was going on, it was luckily the guy behind me was actually videotaping it.
Nice.
Like, he was actually just on his motorcycle, but he was coming up on the corner, so he was trying to split the lanes, whatever, but he had it on his GoPro of all of it, what happened. And the cops actually said, we know what really happened, so are you going to tell us the truth, or you're not going to tell us the truth?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm telling you the truth. My dog was lost, and blah blah blah. And they ran the plates of the car, and it came back to the guy who was calling in.
Yeah.
And I guess he came in, and they showed him the video, and he said, and this was his answer, and I would never forget it. This is why I kind of am losing hope for people in Southern California. Not you, just certain aspects. He was it because I'm black?
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said it. He's like, is it because I'm black that you're saying that's me?
Wow.
And I was like, no offense. I don't want to put people out there. And he used the race card. And I was kind of like, no, it's not because you're a certain race or color. It's because that car is registered to you. That's your car.
Yeah.
And then to top it off, the cop even said, you drove up in the same car.
Damn.
And the cop even told him, that's the same car.
It's like a murderer walking into a police station with the murder weapon. Like, The fuck?
Yeah. He walked in and he showed him. He's like, and the first thing he said was that.
Wow.
And what made me sad is, and which I feel sorry for a lot of police officers and sheriffs, is because now they're so afraid of catching a case. Like catching a case of racial profiling or being over using excessive force on somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody they could just grab their arm and ow, it's excessive force. And it's kind of like they can't do their job and they're afraid to do their job. Just right now, the city of Long Beach, the cop was actually supposed to ticket him, but as soon as he mentioned race,
He let him go.
he let him go.
Fuck. But you kept the dog.
Kept the dog.
Fuck it. Good.
Because he walked off just like whatever. And but like I was saying, the city of Long Beach now, if a cop uses excessive force or is deemed to use excessive force, the city will no longer take the hit. That individual that's claiming that he's getting excessive force done to him can now just sue the cop. Can now go after the cop. So what to say he puts him on the ground and he misses.
He hears his pinky
wrist, or he hears something.
Yeah.
And he goes, and there's lawyers that will take that because they know, they're like, oh man, we're gonna get paid. You know,
Yeah, lawyers want to get money too.
we're gonna get paid, and we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. So now you're gonna go after the cop. You're gonna ruin pretty much his whole career. He's gonna have that on his jacket. Then to top it off, you're gonna take all the money you're gonna get from him. And who knows if that's going to cause a divorce? Who knows it's going to cause this? And that's the new law that the city of Long Beach had put in. Don't get me started on the new DA in LA County. Because every cop is afraid now because people are videotaping.
Dude, my sister-in-law's not afraid. She's not afraid. Dude, she came over to the house a couple weekends ago. It was a Friday. I was pulling in the driveway, and the gate was obviously open. I still haven't walked to close the gate. A freaking random car pulls in. I'm like, I don't know this person, but I recognize my sister-in-law in the car.
Yeah.
What the hell? The popo's not allowed in my house. You're not welcome here. Dude, she lifts open her jacket. I'm like, we're cool. We're cool. She's not afraid to show me her gun, bro. We're cool.
But that's family. But if she,
I know.
If she's trying to do that to somebody else, she showed me her gun. I take offense to it.
I got off at Ricky's house and I try to snatch their freaking, try to take their walkie-talkie. It's a fucking Andy.
I have my friend that's a CHP officer that gave me his old radio.
Yeah.
So I scan sometimes, and he's like, "Here, try it out, dude. See what's up, man."
And I won't even step foot out of the house with it. I'll just put it in my back pocket and see how long it takes him to see that it's in my. Because I won't even, like I said, I'll even give it to him before I even step foot outside the door. I won't even take 1 foot out the door before I'm already giving it back to him. It's like, and every time, fucking Andy. I'm like, the last time I went to his house, it was nowhere to be found. I'm like, fucking guy learned. He learned to hide that shit.
you know, and that's why it's one of the whole reasons why I'm leaving California. So
yeah, I know. I heard about that.
Yeah.
The fuck? I heard through the grapevine. For what the hell?
Not
even you who've been on my podcast. You yourself come tell me I'm leaving.
Nah, I was
no. I take that back. You did kind of hint at it. I think the last time you were here.
Yeah, I did. I was just trying to plan out what I was going to do, how I was going to do it. After I got Xena, after she got hurt, I knew I wasn't going to leave until she was ready to go. So I was actually supposed to be out of here probably about 2 weeks ago. But since she got hurt, I kind of delayed it a little bit. I just see LA County going to shit. I see California going bad.
I heard a while back California was going to be the first third world country.
Yeah, because you know what? You got people fighting each other. It's just too much turmoil. You can't say nothing because it's gonna be race related or it's gonna be offensive. But it's just there's so much hypocrisy in it because they like let me give you one thing. So there's a community out there that says you know they're all about women's rights, protecting women, you know, from sexual batteries, all this, you know, child molestation, whatever. But the moment one of their high profile members gets popped for sending illicit pictures to underage males, and he admitted it. Yeah, I sent, you know, a few illicit photos to underage males. You know, I'm sorry for it. They automatically said, that's fine. He said he was sorry. It's like,
sorry don't even mean shit no more, dude. Sorry don't even, the word sorry does not mean squat anymore.
It doesn't mean squat, because you and I, they would have want us in jail.
I don't know, bro. My skin is a little lighter than yours, bro. Just saying.
Well,
plus I got cops in the family. You know, we got.
They would be like, all right.
You for sure.
Yeah,
they handcuff your fucking pinkies too.
Yeah, bro. Because I'm almost borderline pink, bro. Like, yeah, but if you really see,
again, I'm joking, people. I'm joking.
We're joking.
But
but people outside that community, they would have called for everything. Like, he needs to go to jail.
Yeah.
You know, if he had a career, his career needs to be over. Like, you need to take everything away from him. But when one of their members gets popped and admits it, their thing was, hey, it's okay. He said he was sorry. And he went on TV and he said he was sorry. He went on his YouTube channel and said he was sorry. And I was like, that's hypocrisy.
Yeah.
You want to ruin other people's lives because you're strongly convicted to your movement, to all this. But the moment one of your head figures gets popped for the same thing, no, it's fine. It's okay.
He said sorry.
Yeah. Kind of like the Dodgers.
Whoa. Now you're really going to piss off some people. Whoa. No. Not on my podcast. Go make your own podcast.
Well, okay, so the whole cheating scandal against the Astros, I admit it, we cheated. We did some things.
Oh, that's right. You're wearing the fucking hat.
Yeah, the Houston Astros. Well, I'm from Houston, so I'm always going to be an Astro fan. Been an Astros fan since I was a kid. But now it's coming out that one of their players is possibly using tampered baseballs.
One of the Dodgers?
One of the Dodgers.
No. He said he's sorry. He said he's sorry. He said he's sorry.
And this is what makes me laugh is because in 1988, when they won their championship on live TV, one of their pitchers got popped for the same thing.
He said he was sorry, bro.
He said he was sorry. But now all the Dodger fans are all upset that MLB came out with leaked the report. They wanted to keep it hush. I'm like, okay, so you're getting on us for what we did, which it does give you an advantage. If a pitcher is using doctored balls, it gives that pitcher an advantage to strike out, have more control of that ball.
Yeah.
So it's all in the same realm. You're getting an advantage, but it's okay though.
Because he said sorry.
He said he was sorry. And MLB shouldn't have said anything, but for us, they wanted to lynch us, like to strip them of everything. And this is why I'm like, you know what?
You know what, bro? 2020 didn't even count, bro. The Dodgers didn't win the World Series. The Lakers didn't win the championship. Harrell didn't win Salesman of the Year.
You know,
love you, Harrell.
You know, it's funny too because you know LeBron over there waving the title and all this, and I'm laughing. I'm like, Dick, when they wanted to restart the season, you were an advocate of not restarting. You were like, no, I don't want to play. Yeah. I don't want to play. This Radisson Hotel ain't the fourth season. I don't want to play. For you and I, that's like we stepped up. We're not Motel 60 no more. We're in the Radisson.
That's right.
No.
I went from Motel 6 to the Budget Inn, bro.
Oh, fuck. I went to the Red Roof Inn, bro. The Vagabond Inn, bro, right there on Thompson.
That's right.
So this is why I'm moving back. But there's been an excess of people leaving California to Texas,
yeah, big time
to Texas. So right now in Austin, they call it the Little California because Austin, yeah, it's a party town, whatever. College, University of Texas is right there.
But a lot of Californians.
California's making it that way.
Yeah,
it's making it blue for the first time ever. You know, there's more Democratic people in there, and it's a red state, like, but old fashioned, like They always tell you there's two things they tell you if you're leaving California. Enjoy the tax breaks, enjoy the cheaper living, but don't bring your BS over here. Don't bring what ruined your state over to our state.
Yeah.
And it's happening. And my cousins tell me, they're like, we're about to get out of here and go to Oklahoma. And Texans don't like going to Oklahoma. They're ready to roll, dude. They're like, let this become a new California, bro. They're like, let this get destroyed. Because it's already happening. And my cousin's like, you're not going to like it how it's becoming. I'm like, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I know people want to, you know, do their thing, but for me personally, I know California's not going to be the same. It's just gonna be horrible.
I mean, like I said earlier, it's like they said. I heard it years ago. California will be a third world country.
Yeah.
Ish sent me a video last night, and it was of this guy building, like, he has this whole fort, like a mansion thing on. It looked like on Ventura Road, right underneath the 101 freeway.
Yeah.
You see that everywhere, bro. Every freeway intersection, every freaking exit, every entrance, it's bad, bro. It's bad. Like, the crime has gotten worse. Freaking, you have...
No, it hasn't, because according to LA, crime rate is down, but blame that on the inability of the police officers to do their jobs, because all last year they were instructed to catch and release.
Yeah.
You have a guy in Glendora got caught 3 times trying to break into somebody's home and car. 3 times in a day.
You hear this from you? You told me it? Yeah, okay, yeah.
3 times in a day.
I've heard this story. Yeah,
all he would do is get cited.
Yeah.
Here's a ticket. And what he do later that day, stole a car, did a police chase, and killed somebody by crashing into him.
Fuck.
That
was him, huh?
Yeah, just last week. A young kid got killed in the backyard of his house.
Yes, 32-year-old young guy, right? You're 31, yeah.
One of my account's nephews.
Oh.
So earlier that day, that homeless man was charged. They caught him trying to break into another person's house. They caught him, ticketed him, released him. 3 hours later, what does he do? He goes and tries to break into another home. He gets caught, and he kills that guy, then runs away and stabs himself. Well, from what the people have said, he tripped and he ended up stabbing himself and killing himself because he was running, gacho status.
So he was running with the murder weapon?
Yeah, he was running.
What an idiot, dude.
And
he never heard No Rubber Scissors? I guess he never heard that one, right? As a kid?
No, he didn't do the OJ and just throw it to the side.
No. Whoa. Are you saying OJ was guilty? Are you saying OJ was guilty?
He even admitted he was guilty. He
wrote a book.
Read the book.
If I would have done it. Shut the fuck up. You did it.
You did it, bro. But this is... and they're saying the crime rate's down, but they're not being able to do their job. And, you're seeing people getting robbed off of Fairfax, whatever... And it's just getting bad. The homeless is just... I'm a supplier. I always go everywhere in LA. The way Venice Beach, downtown LA, Echo Park, and all of them is just getting infested with homeless people is crazy. But the thing, what's happening is other cities are handing these guys tickets to get out.
I heard about that too, yeah.
And what are they landing? They take the Metrolink. Here you go.
Wherever it stops,
get off. And LA was doing that to Venice. They were handing them free tickets to take the Metro out. And what happens? Boom, boom, boom. Orange County did the same thing. Orange County gave them Metrolink tickets. And they're all coming up here because everybody's like, well, this is the Mecca.
Yeah.
Well, Portland, Oregon's the Mecca of homeless. But...
A few weeks ago. Oh, no, a few weeks ago. I get my times confused. It was raining. It was around the time it was raining, and obviously I work whether it fucking rains or not. And my wife texted me, "Hey babe, a couple of trees fell down. Just be careful, please." And my response was, "I'm more afraid of the homeless next to me right now than I am of a tree falling down on me."
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like out here, like multiple of my accounts have gotten robbed. I'm like, and my thing is, I like when the Rite Aid got robbed hours after I was already in there.
Yeah.
And normally I go in at that time, but for one of my accounts, like, "Hey, Andres, I don't need an order today, bro. I take off, bro. My time, manage my time wisely.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy doesn't want an order. I'm just gonna stay here for the 30 minutes it takes me. No, I'm gonna take off and go knock out another store. And I went early that day. That afternoon, they got robbed.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The other day, somebody posted a video of this guy throwing his baseball bat through a window, which is next door to my fucking Norgate. It's like, it's bad. My wife's uncle, who lives in Adelanto, who live in the middle of nowhere, bro. They live in the middle of nowhere. Got their cars stolen.
You know what? I've seen Adelanto, and I worked up there when I lived in the high desert. Adelanto was bad. So what happens is when you got those developers that are buying out the SoFi area to build SoFi Stadium, make it nice, make it pretty. What they did is they moved them all out there.
Yeah.
And what happened is that area, dude, the high desert where I call my friends, they're like, it's bad.
Yeah.
They're like, it's horrible. Like every day there's there's either a murder, my car's getting stolen,
yep,
or stuff like that.
Dude, the instructions to get to his house, it's funny.
Yeah.
You literally drive on the, what is it, that 315, 319?
It's you take the.
I'm gonna burn out his house. I'm gonna burn out his house. Sorry.
Yeah, so you take
395.
395. Then you go it goes straight all the way into Adelanto.
Yeah. So you pretty much drive this freeway, and when you get to this big white boulder, that's where you turn.
Yeah.
And then you drive on a freaking dirt road for about 2 to 3 miles. You get to a certain point, that's where you turn. Yeah. There is no street names.
Nah.
So for him to live, in the desert, 20, 30 minutes to the nearest freaking grocery store, to his mailbox, to get cars stolen, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I had an Albertsons manager when I lived up there. When I would merch, he would tell me if anybody, because he lives like far out there. He would tell me, if anybody comes to my house after 8 o'clock and I didn't invite you, you're there to do one thing.
Yeah.
And he would always have a gun, and he was an admin hunter, all that. So I wouldn't want to mess with his house.
Dude, I was walking with my son. It was for my wife. It was a wife's birthday, and she wanted sushi. There's this bomb place here in sushi. They're here in La Puente. And it's about maybe 10 minutes from here, 15 minutes from here. So the little store next door didn't take debit. I'm like, shit, sorry, I don't carry cash because I live out here.
Yeah.
And so I ended up walking to the nearest liquor store, which is also one of my accounts. And Jojo was like, Dad, this area's nice. Plus, we will live next door to the Sushi Loco. You want us to move over here, mijo? Yeah, it would be nice. I'm like, no, we are fine where we are because we only have one crazy sucker in this block. And he knows he's the crazy one on this block.
Yeah.
We have multiple crazy guys here.
Yeah.
Just up the street, you'll see a little shrine where somebody died over there. We're fine over there, mijo. We have that big gate that protects us. We have cameras. We're fine. We park our cars all the way against the back. Nobody's going to steal the cars. And by the time they even walk in, I'm sure the dogs will make a sound. And we're fine where we're at, mijo. And he goes, it sucks having to tell these kids stories like that. They don't want to, fuck. Nick the other day was like, Dad, question, what's up, mijo? What does it mean? Because I guess he was watching TikTok videos. He was watching TikTok videos. I'm like, Dad, what does it mean by you come in when the lights go on? You know what that means. Yeah. I know what that means. Amigo, see, back in the day when it was safe to play outside, the street lights would come on.
Yeah.
Just like the lights that we have on the driveway, they come on when?
Yeah.
When the sun goes down. So they turn on when the sun goes down. The street lights did the same exact thing. They still do, actually.
Yeah.
They come on when the sun goes down. That is our call sign to go home.
Yep. Or you're going to hear your mom in the front yard yelling for your name.
Yeah. It's funny because my mom, I know, even though I had a tough upbringing, my mom, some of the stories, some of the things that she did was fucking hilarious, dude. It's like, I don't know if you heard, I'm sure you heard the podcast where it's My Brotherly Love, where the brothers are here. They're like, he's like, we wish we were born around the same time you guys were, because it sounds like you guys had most of the fun.
Yeah.
It's so we lived in the Pleasant Valley Trailer Park. Shout out to everybody that lives in the trailer park. What's up, Frankie? And I don't know. No, he doesn't live there no more. Anyways,
Which one did you? The Wagon Wheel?
no, the one on Pleasant Valley and
Wainimi, or-
and Saviors.
Oh, I know that one. That's
Yeah.
torn down. I think it torn down.
No, it's still there.
Still there?
It's still there. Yeah. And so one day when my mom would work, she came home, and we lived in this tiny little trailer, bro. And she always tell the story. It's fucking funny. She got home one day. Andy's mom's home. Dude, you see kids jumping out of the windows. You see fucking kids running out the back door. It's like fuck the freak like cucarachas when you turn on the light switch, dude. They scattered because that's the way we grew up, man. That's how it was back then. And for some reason, even though I felt like we were in the cheapest trailer, we were the most broke family in the trailer park, but we were the richest
Yeah.
because we had friends. You know, and like, as kids, you don't know how to value those friendships. Like with you, for example.
Yeah.
I'm getting all touchy. With you, the other day when I text you, it's like when because when I was texting Lee, I
Yeah.
text Lee because he's hurting.
Yeah.
I check on him because he's in pain. You're healthy, fucker. You're drinking a Red Bull. You're healthy.
Yeah, well,
No.
I chose to get back to healthy. I was not looking too good for a little bit.
And
man.
what his story kind of like reminds you. And the other day I told you, bro, I love you, bro. I
Yeah.
text you, I love you, man. I told my wife the other day. I'll have him come over. Let him come over if he wants to come over.
Yeah.
But I really don't want anybody over here. But it's Paul, it's Paul. It's Paul.
Yeah.
And like there's certain people when I might have this person on the podcast. Oh, I don't want him here. He's a bad apple.
Oh, man.
Or hey, Paul's going to come to the podcast. He goes, oh yeah, him I like. Keep coming. Okay, all right, cool.
Well, you know what? I know you because you trust me to be around it. We all went to football game together.
Yeah.
You DJ'd here, so
Yeah.
and Letty has a good sense of who's gonna be good and who's not gonna be good. So.
She picked the wrong husband, bro. No, she was warned. She was warned.
She picked a good husband. She just whipped you like a wild horse.
Oh yeah, dude. I give her all the credit. I do everything that my way of thinking and growing up and maturing and my kids doing good. I have said it multiple times, bro. I give her 100% credit. I was talking to this guy on TikTok. He went live on his TikTok, and he was talking about kids, and he can only see what I type, so he reads off what I'm saying. So then we end up having a conversation, and the fact that my boy, and that's what I told him, because he told me you're raising good kids. I'm like, the fact that my kids, why? Because here's why. The fact that my kids would spend $100 or spend their allowance on books, they would rather buy books than anything else. He goes like, oh shit, you're raising good kids. And I'm like, but me, I would have never ever have made them read books.
Mm-hmm.
It's all here. Their education, their success in life, it's all thanks to her.
Yeah.
And all I gotta do is help her. If they're wrong and she's trying to, I have to, hey, mom's right. She just needs that back support. I need to support her when she makes the call. Jojo the other day stayed up to 2 a.m, woke up, didn't want to fucking do shit. I'm like, and I had to tell him, dude, in life, if you want to bust an all-nighter with your boys, and you have to clock in at 6 a.m,
Yeah.
you got to get up at 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you're only going to sleep for an hour and a half to go back to work. Do you think I wanted to be in, like I told him like the other day, you think I wanted to be in the backyard freaking hacking weeds and hurting my hands and freaking doing all this shit? No. But it has to get done.
Yeah.
Has to get done. Dude, I was in the garage with the wife and watching her, just keeping her company with the cricket. And she would tell me, babe, you can go in the house. You can go in the house. Go inside. I'm going to be here till like 11 o'clock. I'm like, that's okay, babe. And I passed out on the couch, dude. I fucking knocked out. And I fucking I guess she got a phone call and I jumped and I'm all fucking sweaty and shit. Okay, babe, I'm going to go inside. I'm going to shower and go to bed. I was tired. I was pooped. I was fucking fucking went to Home Depot, bought a hoe, and fucking started weed whacking the backyard.
You should have told me. I would have came over and knocked it out with you.
Oh, fuck, I wish I would have known that.
Shit, like yesterday, did a 22-mile bike ride. Went to work out after, watched the dogs, and kept it going, man. And
speaking of the dogs, that's the one thing that she was not happy with you, though.
What?
Those collars you gave me?
They work, though.
No, they work. They work. But at the moment, they look scary.
Yeah, they are.
I'm like, babe, these came from a dog lover. We gotta trust them. And she's like, I don't know, man. They look like they're gonna hurt him. He gave them to us. And he just rescued a fucking dog. He just rescued a dog. He just forked the bill for a dog that wasn't even his. Trust, baby, it's gonna work. I went that same day, bro. I went to freaking Petco, whatever it's called, PetSmart, whatever. I bought like $160 worth. I never fucking spent that much. I bought him fucking treats. I bought him a new bowl. I bought him all kind. They don't need that, but I'll fucking buy it. Like I said, because I knew my bills were paid.
Yeah.
Go, bam, bam, bam. Now, the treats. Like I said, I've learned more about my dogs because of you.
Yeah.
And I use the treats, and now I can get Luna to sit. Now I can get Luna to give me her hand. Now she'll shake. Right now I had to lock them towards the backyard because I'm like, I didn't want them start barking when they see you and wake up the wife. But because yes, he came fucking early today. Yeah. But she was out here till like 11 o'clock, dude. So
yeah.
I didn't want to wake her up. I'm not even gonna go get her coffee until later. But yeah, man. You fucking out. What's your plan for you just moving out there?
No, I'm opening up my own bar.
Oh, conflict of interest, no?
No, it's not conflict of interest because
or different state, different law.
It's gonna be different state, different law, but also it's not gonna be a craft bar.
Oh, okay.
It's not gonna be a craft bar. I'm tired of craft beer, and even though I'm in the craft industry,
yeah,
I just don't like how it's a really big competition, a big ego. A lot of them want the most elite beers. They want to be the only bar that has this beer, that beer. They want to be that. They just want to have that big ego that I have it and that guy doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And also they charge outrageous prices. $9 for a pint here, $10 for a pint here, and it's like, I don't want that. I want a bar where $24 for a 24-ounce can at Dodger Stadium. Yeah,
they charge $1 by ounce.
Yeah, so
I might be wrong. It's like $16, isn't it?
Dude, no, dude, you pay what?
Yeah, it's expensive.
$15 for the case, or about $18-19 for the case, and then they charge you now. Well, they raise the prices, so now they charge you $15 for that premium. So on that can, they're making like $14.
They sell 2 cans and they get the case back.
Yeah, like look at these Banda places that sell $30 for a bucket of beer. So it's kind of like, dude, that $30 just paid for the whole case for that 6 beers.
Yeah,
and then you still got 18 more to go. So it's like, yeah. So I want it to where somebody's going to have more money in their pocket. I've seen friends that go to a local restaurant, but then at the end of the day, they're complaining that, dude, they're like, man, look how much money we're dumping into this place. And before it was enjoyable, but now they're really feeling it in their wallets. Like, yeah, man, like this is way too much. Maybe should pay their bills.
Yeah.
No, but I know where they're getting at because I know what, and the owner won't tell me because he won't say nothing to me because I know what he's getting all his beer, his pricing. I know it all. And so I'm kind of like sitting back, like I can pretty much tell these guys and they'll not come back or treat us better because we've always been here since day one.
Yeah.
So with this new bar, I don't want it to be that. I want it to be where a guy coming off the street who only has $2 because he's waiting to the next payday, which could be tomorrow,
can enjoy something.
Can come in, feel normal, feel like he could sit there, have a beer, and be like, "Cool, I have $2."
This is Rogers kind of bar.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's what makes it enjoyable. Those were the last standing bars. Like if I go to Long Beach, there's 2 bars that have been around for a long time because they keep the beer prices reasonable and it makes you feel like, well, I got $3. I could get a shot in an Olympia and still feel like a person,
Right.
Some will say, well, then don't go to the bar if you don't got the money. But at the end of the day, these people have a rough day just like you. If you were a drinker, like, fuck, it would have been nice to have a cold one, you know. Here, maybe the guy's getting off. He doesn't have cold ones. He doesn't have enough to go get a 12-pack or a tall can, but just wants that atmosphere because he doesn't have anybody at home, or, you know, going home is just a stressful time for him. Maybe there's so much he has to do at home, remodeling or whatever. He just wants that atmosphere of sitting down, seeing people.
And when you taking off?
Next week.
So this is the
final
1 year / deuces
peace
to
Texas.
Paul.
Here I come.
Never see you again, bro.
Nah, man. I'll be back and forth because I'm still going to be handling LA for the brewery, but then I'm also going to be handling Texas because, like I said, I'm from Texas, so I know it like a back of my hand. So I know what spots to go to. So what better person to have out there and do it?
Yeah, they're back to your California. People leaving California earlier. I don't think I'll ever leave. I don't think so. I'll miss. Dude, we went to Oxnard a few months ago, and it was cold as hell, dude. Well, it can't be cold as hell because hell is not cold, but it's cold as fuck.
How do we know though?
Oh, well, we don't know. You're right. I just see all those South Park stories, bro. The South Park, you know, it looks like it's hot. Anyways, anyways, dude, we went to the beach, dude, and it was cold. Like I said, it was really cold, and just we still walked that pier, bro. It's like
give it a few more years, and you're gonna see
no more ocean.
You're gonna see LA and Southern California and California in general just go to crap, and it's happening. This whole year of COVID, by keeping it locked down, what you did is you just made people desperate. You made people, well, they're not gonna lock me up, so. You pretty much gave California, every person that lives in California, all COVID managed to do in the government and the shutting down is give them all one big fucking trigger. Yeah. So, and then you have these people who are out of jobs because you shut down a whole state. And you hunker down when you realize other states opened up and kept the things moving, but you were stuck into your ideology. Yeah, given, we have a big population, Florida didn't close down. Florida just kept going, saying, we're not going to let it. We're going to take the measures. We'll learn to live with it. Same thing with Texas. Texas said, you know what? We're spiking too.
Texas ain't even wearing masks anymore, right?
No, they opened up. You know what? And it's funny because the governor of California criticized him and told him it was a bad move, but now he's facing a recall. Oh, don't worry, guys. I'm going to give you a definitive date. June 15th, we're going to open up. And what's funny is that's what people wanted. People in California were always asking for a date. When we're going to open up. When we're going to open up. Give us an exact date. And it kept on being like in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
It was never set in stone.
It was never set in stone. So now he gave them a definitive date to kind of ease people, kind of be like, okay, I'm still good. Remember, I'm still good. But no, fool, you're getting knocked. You're getting knocked out.
This is why I don't get into politics, bro. I don't, and I told you we are not getting into politics. We are not getting into religion. I can't, bro, because I just like, okay, Poppy Trump was a bad guy. Okay, so you believe that Poppy Trump is a bad guy. But then people are probably going to get mad at me. But then you see technically the good stuff that he was doing. They don't see that. Like, well, look at the first thing I come to mind is look at the gas prices now, fuckers.
Yeah.
Look at the gas prices now. You guys only want to focus on the negative. Only focus on the negative. Fucking, we're pushing $5 now in some places.
Okay, you also want to go there. I'll give you one for thought before.
And then we'll end
it. Okay, so with this whole Trump and Biden, what they managed to do was divide a country. You're either going to pick one side or you're going to pick one side. You had people actually go out and say, I'm not going to be your friend because you're a supporter. You're this, you're that. Trump supports Proud Boys, white supremacist groups, when literally people don't realize that leader of that Proud Boys group is Cuban. He's not even white. He has people in his group that are tied to white supremacy, but the majority of them are Latinos. They're from Miami, in Florida. So that Proud Boys movement that they're saying is white supremacist, this, that, blah, 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 really not fact. And it's funny is that he based his thing about fighting for black rights. He was in Delaware doing civil rights movements. You know, he was out there walking. He supposedly went to Africa and got arrested trying to see Nelson Mandela. He did all this, but he has also came out and said he didn't do none of those things. He said himself, and his own advisors told him, stop telling those stories. You didn't do it.
Yeah.
Stop telling it. And what does he keep on doing? He based his whole campaign off of it, saying, I did this, I fought for rights, I did all this, I did all that, but really he didn't do it. So he based his campaign knowing that people won't do their homework, people won't research it.
Now you're talking about which papi?
Biden.
Okay, because I was like, wait, you're a Trump supporter. Why are you?
No, I'm not a Trump. I'm not a Trump. Okay, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not anything. I just looked at what Biden would do.
Gotcha.
I read both parties of what they were going to do, but I know which one is truly, how do I say it? Is more of a liar than the other. Because they're both liars. They don't get to where they're at by being the nicest guy. They're going to step on toes. They're going to do whatever they got to do to get where they're at. So you're going to have to look at who is the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
So, like I said, he bases his whole thing. Some people may argue with me, whatever, but
I might lose listeners.
But he got his campaign off of, I would say this, knowing that people won't do their research. People won't look into it, and people will buy into his ideology, which is based on lies. Now he's getting ready to go to start a war, because how do I know? Because one of my son is a U.S. Marine that got activated and is in Syria right now. Why are we in Syria? I don't know. Why is he staging American troops in Syria? Who knows? So now we're going to be in a costly war once again.
Shit.
And what happened with Trump, people don't know, is we got out of that war. American troops came down, and the only people that were in America were contracted ex-military that were there to guard whatever they needed to do.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the war, and he pulled it out. Now, look what we're going to do again. So, that's why I said... You're going to see...
That's why I said no politics.
No, I don't think people really... I look into it. I don't think people really...
Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes.
We'll see. Hopefully not, but we'll see. Dude, we've been all over the place. We normally don't, but it's the 1 year episode. It's the 1 year episode. It's the goodbye, Paul. You'll be on. There's always freaking FaceTime and shit, but... good luck on your freaking job, your bar.
Yeah.
Good luck with them dogs. Freaking don't be a stranger.
Nah, I'll be back.
And like I end every podcast, buddy, thank you for riding with me.
Always, man. And we're not going live no more.
Thank you for listening to Ride With Me, the Flat Tire Indie Podcast. You can also listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean.